It's Wednesday, and this is Jasiri. Now we're a few days into the new year now, past the countdowns, past the celebrations, and settling into the reality of what a new year actually asks of us. Now the routines are returning, expectations are taking shape, and the big questions about directions, priorities, and accountability are starting to matter. Midweek is often where clarity begins to form, and that's what Jasiri is about, creating space to slow down, look beyond the noise, and really engage with the stories shaping our country and our lives. And today, taking things easy as the first full week of the new year continues. Let's get into today's show.
All right, if I was, I was about to comment on your beauty, but of course you had to do what you do best, witchcraft.
Which one of us did the witchcraft? Dashing?
I don't know, actually Tolu or Dashing, because Tolu actually slapped me on the back.
It was Dashing that touched you. I didn't even touch you. You see yourself? I didn't even touch you.
I have to blame you for something, Tolu.
Wow.
Something.
I'm going to blame you for my prompter being off.
See how Tolu just
Whatever.
collected straight bullets. I have to say,
Like that.
And all these can actually be manipulated by Catherine because she does the spiritual things.
My God.
Yeah, she could have moved the hand of Dashin and Tolu. All right, because this year we have to find ways and times to laugh because I know it can be a tough year, but we're ready for it. So, don't forget to join the conversation via WhatsApp. We have a number now created by our very darling director who discovered it out of, Eureka. 234 705 500 1212 plus 234 705 500 1212. Please save it on your phone as Jasiri. Now we promise you a bigger and a better Jasiri this year. That can happen in isolation. That comes with a bigger and better News Central. And we've taken one step in that direction with the inauguration of an editorial board in an era defined by information overload, contested truths, rapidly evolving media ecosystems, and sometimes mob-like approach to public information. The role of credible news organization has never been more critical. With the inauguration of our editorial board, News Central Television has taken a deliberate and strategic step to reinforce its commitment to editorial excellence, ethical journalism, and thoughtful leadership across Africa and the global stage. The board brings together a distinguished group of professionals whose collective experience spans international journalism, media entrepreneurship, policy, law, civic advocacy, financial intelligence. So let's take a look at what went down.
It is a great start to the year 2026 for the management of News Central Television, as the leadership of the leading news organization inaugurated a 7-man editorial board panel as part of its mandate to fulfilling its vision of fearlessly reporting what matters most in Nigeria and Africa, while evolving towards a world-class news organization. Some of the editorial board members include award-winning international journalist Femi Oke, South African entrepreneur and media executive Given Mkari, executive director of Enough is Enough Nigeria, Yemi Adamolekun, and a Nigerian lawyer and policy strategist, Dr. Sam Amadi. Others are human rights lawyer and activist Chidi Odinkalu, founder and chairman of ProShare Limited, Olufemi Awoyemi, and editor-in-chief and managing director of News Central Television, Kayode Akintemi.
As you assume this role, we charge you to uphold the Nigerian Broadcasting Code and the public trust that News Central has earned. We charge you to guide our editorial policy with courage, fairness, and independence, ensuring we remain a beacon of truth. I have full confidence in your collective judgment, experience, and integrity. And I believe your contributions will reinforce our mission to inform, educate, and hold power to account with clarity and responsibility.
So first, I want to welcome you to being on the board, editorial board of News Central Media Limited. As an organization, our vision is to make sure that we're recognized as the #1 and most trusted news television station on the continent of Africa. News Central is a people-first news station, keen on keeping our fingers on the pulse, and I like to do it that way, that we've got our finger on the pulse of the nation and that of the continent.
For the newly appointed board members, they commended the leadership of News Central for the timely decision, considering it a crucial time for the media space in Nigeria and Africa, especially as the country moves closer to a 2027 general election.
Constituting this entity, this editorial advisory, I introduced that deliberately, board, is both timely and courageous in many ways. And my hope is that we'll all accompany one another on a journey of faith and a journey of professionalism in the service of truth and of active civic curiosity.
What are the responsibilities of a board? And I can see from some of the challenges that other very established broadcast networks have had, is that when the journalism becomes tough and difficult to do and maybe comes under fire, is the board there to support the journalists?
Beyond introducing editorial board members, the inauguration became an opportunity for the management of News Central to remind its viewers of the mission and vision of the organization, while reaffirming its commitment to serving the people.
I'm definitely in charge of generating revenue for the organization, and of course, positioning the organization and ensuring that we are rightly positioned, among our stakeholders. We are all about managing the business, growing the business, working hand in hand with individuals in different departments to ensure that we manage the brand and we grow the brand to the point whereby we just don't become an organization that is generating revenue, but become an organization that is making profits.
The inauguration of News Central's editorial board remains a remarkable milestone, as the management believe it's a call to keep pushing for responsible, solution-driven journalism that impacts Nigerians and Africans positively. In Lagos, for News Central, Omolola Ololade.
So somebody had mentioned something about that, and I just saw it now.
You saw it?
I saw it.
Okay. Let's not say it so we can laugh together.
I saw it.
What
I
did you
was going to say
saw?
something, but
Please try not to out management on TV. Thank you very much.
Get paid by them.
Lord, did you see it as well?
Yes, I saw it first.
Are you the one who told me?
Of course.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I'm very observant about these things. I take it out.
Yeah, it's true.
So we all saw it.
Okay, so anyway, because some people have questions, even me, I had to, dust off my mass communication books. But basically, with this editorial board, we're looking at them helping to shape editorial policy and strategy, ensure the ethical standards and credibility that News Central has become known for, also providing expertise and guidance to us, and even approving editorials and opinion pieces as they come, and also guiding content development. So they're not going to be overseeing our day-to-day, but they're going to be involved in how News Central moves forward into the future, providing strategic direction and expert counsel. And as you see, we've brought together a group of senior editors, influential figures, a lot of them from the whole board, except from the MD from outside the station. And then there are a few key internal members who will also be part of the editorial board. I'm actually looking forward to the first meeting. I don't know. I'm looking forward to the first meeting, because to hear from somebody like Femi Oke, to hear from Professor Chidi Odinkalu, to hear from Given Makari, to hear from these people about what they think of News Central at this point, and then where they think we can go, it makes it look like there's a whole new chapter opening up for her. And as well.
And this is Dr. Sam Amadi as well.
I think my own was, like the crop of intellects here. And what was the wave that took everyone to select this fine crop of gentlemen and ladies, because they are solid.
Yes, they're solid.
In their own
I
way.
want to talk about Sam Amadi. I've interviewed him quite a number of times on the news and also on my show, The Conversation. And, I would say well deserved. Congratulations to each and every one of them.
And congratulations to us too. Do you think it's easy to pull people of this kind of
I'm just looking forward, you know. I like inaugurations, but I'm always looking forward to the functionality of things. I want to see how their influence is going to push, you know, News Central forward in achieving the goals for the year. That's quite something I'm looking for. I want to look to, you know, break down, you know, how they've been able to influence this or that, or giving us visibility or vision, or push us forward, or, you know, redirect. You know, I look forward to that, because a lot of people that are not on management seat, they do not know how tough
that seat is.
I look at Tolu sometimes, and we've said it casually. She's a powerhouse, honestly, because the way she's able to multitask, do professional work, and at the same time still takes, you know, care of other aspects of our lives. It can be very tasking, because she's dealing with individuals on a daily basis. And now she has to interact again with
another level,
board,
another
level. Baby girl, you need some help.
Yes, I do.
I actually love that Tolu said they wouldn't be involved in
the day-to-day
affairs, because, you know, you go to some organizations and they literally micromanage everything, making it difficult for you to even, you know, perform your tasks. So it's actually a good thing, you know, to give that space and allow the directors who are in-house and see what is happening and understand what is going on in-house to handle that day-to-day, you know, activity.
I tell people, it doesn't matter if it's easy to say, oh, I'm entrepreneurial by nature, and it feels like you do more than people who work in offices, but it's not true. Lolo said the same thing. Listen, you're wearing so many hats. Tolu does a fantastic job of that. There are some people who feel that because you're entrepreneurial, you don't need to be able to navigate all of that. And your work is not really that difficult, because not the office, you just sit down. And then people bring things for you. But your mind is working on a daily basis. Even when you're, Tolu said something yesterday in the makeup, said, you know, when I'm not doing anything, I just fall asleep.
Our mind has to sleep at some point.
She's, you know,
she's editing
busy.
scripts, she's looking at things.
When there's no activity,
that's what I approved.
So when there's no activity, she just falls asleep. It's the same thing with entrepreneurs.
Like,
hello, I said
like yesterday we're having technical issues. I told you had to get up and go deal with it.
I was in my mind yesterday.
It's so good to watch,
you know, and so yeah, we say kudos to everyone who's doing their best out there, because everybody has a role to play. No matter what it is, you may think that it's not enough. You may think that, oh my God, I'm not doing enough, or I'm not doing. Listen, pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. Let's take a short break. When we return, guess who's back in the news? Pastor Okafor.
Hey, God.
We'll be right back.
Catherine was setting you up. But the story is somehow related to Chris Okafor. Let me land. So as Dasha said today, it's an easy Wednesday, but I'm not sure these ladies are going to take it easy with these stories. And even though our stories, easy or not, you'll decide. So just when it seemed like the actress Doris Ogala and Pastor Chris Okafor story couldn't get any more heated, there is now a fresh twist. Ogala has escalated her public feud with the popular cleric, with allegations that have now drawn others into the spotlight. In a video shared on Instagram, Ogala accused some female actors of having had intimate relationships with the founder of the Mountain of Liberation and Miracle Ministries. She went further to issue an ultimatum, calling on those she named as colleagues to come forward and confess, or risk being publicly exposed by her. The video has since, of course, as you know, gone viral, raising questions about personal boundaries, accountability, power dynamics, and the role of social media in public disputes. Let's take a look.
So this is time for those my colleagues that Chris slept with, the one that slept with Chris. It's time for you guys to help yourselves by coming out to expose and confess, because if you don't, I'll be the one to expose you people. I know your names. That child that came out to insult me the other time, as I give her her dozer, now she run, go inside, she no talk again. You be number one. Then another one where they sing, that elderly woman where they sing, wear shorts, she be number two. I get all of you that chat. Chris send and give me. Muna come out. This other one where they first start, wear shorts, may you come out to join. Couple of I get to that. See, they talk about Doris. They come and Doris nice sim pass. All of you away my ex-boyfriend, I know una, and I go mention your name one after the other. All of you away my ex-boyfriend, I go mention all of you one after the other. He tell me everything. You mention all of you name, how una carry all our chat, I have it. When I just by yourself, come out now, respect yourself, come out, come confess what you do with them.
Well, let's...
Why is your body pepper? Calm down.
We need akara mogi. So that
the day we'll eat akara and ogi on this table will come. It's akara and bread I even want. Continue.
All right, let's not actually forget that on Sunday, the Lagos State Police Command confirmed that it had invited Pastor Okafor in connection with the allegations of rape and other sexual offenses, as well as conduct likely to cause a breach of public peace and breakdown of law and order in Lagos. Now, according to the police, the invitation is part of a formal investigation being handled by the State Criminal Investigation Department, PANTI, following complaints and allegations that surfaced publicly in late December 2025. The police are yet to confirm whether he honored the invitation or not, but we're hearing reports that he did not show up. And now let's take reactions to Ogala's video.
the man wore that.
Hey!
No. Nothing is new under the sun anymore. You can mention their names, they'll trend. Some who have good publicists will use it to their advantage, even resurrect dying careers. This is social media. Notoriety is the new currency. These things don't move anyone anymore. It's just another few days of entertainment on social media and we move on. Yeah. Fabulous Gloria, no lie. Even if they confess, it won't help your life. Besides, maybe some have even repented genuinely and you're still holding on. Please let go of the past. It's a new year. Doris, create a new decent life for yourself.
It's a very nice.
In everything you do, avoid people who have nothing to lose, who don't have a name to protect. But sometimes you don't know. Pray and ask God for genuine healing, but you can't keep holding on to the past and expect healing. Let go of the past and trust the process. The Almighty has better plans for you. Please stop with the drama online and let go of the pain and trauma. You'll be fine, sis. She's going to ask you who is your sis.
To wait for
they should come out and confess as what? Most of them have moved on and are living their lives. Now only you carry Chris as wholesale purchase. Jesus, Oludumare.
I think we are very pretentious as a people. We really are pretentious as a people. And we don't like when the truth is put in the mirror for us to look at. A lot of all these people who are saying these comments, sadly, are going to be the ones in line waiting for her to drop those names, because the amebo in each and every one of us wants to know who exactly they're talking about. The short woman in Festac, the short older woman.
You know,
right now. So stop it by saying, stop shaming Doris Ogala. She has nothing to lose. She's decided to she's going all the way, she's taking it to town. Maybe by doing all of that, after everything, she will find closure, she will find peace. You cannot tell someone how to deal with their issues. You can't breathe it down their throats and stick it there and say, oh no, it's time to get over yourself now and move on. Do you know what, in as much as she's complicit in some regards, because you were there willingly, no one forced you to be in the relationship that you were, but let us be honest, everybody, even if they want to spin it through PR and spin it to better their own, everybody wants to know who these
But I don't agree with you. Let me tell you why. This is her truth, right? She does not know the full circumstances of the alleged other. Let's continue to say alleged. Of the alleged other relationships that she's claiming that the pastor had with these women. She wasn't there. Yes, he may have allegedly asked her.
I laugh in his panic.
You say? I can laugh at you in his panic. Speedy Gonzalez.
I laugh in his panic.
I'm not done. Anyway, so we don't know the context of the alleged.
Have you seen what's happening on the streets?
We do not know the context of the other alleged relationships, one. Yes, she's alleging that he showed her their messages and their personal conversations. We don't know if those personal... you can cut conversations and join things. But aside from that, my point is, you chose to come out and create this drama. And claim the offense that was done to you and claim that you want recompense or whatnot. I do not agree with pulling other people into the drama.
But they came, they brought the drama to her in the first place.
Pulling people out of the
have been shaming him
after
for her to do this. She didn't just sit down and say,
how are we sure that people who came after her are the people that she's talking about?
You know, when it comes
how are you sure that we're the same?
This is like power play. As far as I'm concerned, when a woman starts to talk, a lot of people come for her, daggers, knives and everything. And you will see her bleeding all over. She has already put herself in the line of fire. We know that. Yeah. And all these other allegations, the only thing that I probably don't subscribe to is that except this thing are connected. Or maybe there is a rape inside or incest or some other thing that is unnatural. Yeah. Because adults are free to make a decision. Yeah. Even the thing we call adultery, it is still a willing participation. Yeah. If it is, the only thing I do not subscribe to is if a woman was forced or coerced or that thing that Tolu taught us, groomed. Yes, I would not subscribe to that. But it's about if it is about adult intimate relationship that they willingly went into on their own volition. I don't think it's anybody's cup of tea, except it has other things that are connected, like all these things that are not seen. Because even if you name them, there are a lot of things that we have all done in the past or in passing that you probably regret after. But you cannot change the fact that it is done. I know someone that a married man lied to. He said his wife was dead. Brought her to his own home. But when she investigated and found out that the wife was in UK, she backtracked. But that didn't mean that she had not been publicly seen or been intimate with. But she left it at that. Imagine somebody calling out that kind of person.
No, I don't think in this regard, I don't know if Darshan has anything to add after this. In this regard, I don't think so because, she's been there. Doris has been in our faces since last year. Okay? And there was a time when everybody said, look, it's too much. But I think in the same way that she put herself out there, getting stab wounds everywhere, like figuratively.
She wants everybody to stab everybody too.
I think people also came for her. People also came for her because we are honestly, whether we like it or not, we are so quick to judge in this part of the world. We're quick to judge, throw away the baby with the bathwater. We do all of that. So they came for her. And so the people who are coming for her, who came for her, are the ones that she's saying, don't speak to me. He who is without sin should cast the first stone. I think this is just a poster. This is the banner for that. He who is without sin should cast the first stone. If you claim to be so holy, you shouldn't be worried now. If you're the woman that lives in Festac or the other person, you shouldn't be so worried.
Why are you assuming that the people are so holy? Why are you assuming that?
This is a season where the church is under the spotlight. Whether we like it or not,
is enough. We know that. You cannot be dragging people down to hell with you.
If people have been putting mouth in her mouth as well.
Be sure that exactly.
She's just saying that leading people on the table.
Okay, so from what I can actually tell, I feel she hasn't really come out to say everything she has gone through and what is going on, and we can't fully understand the depth of pain that she's actually going through, honestly. And for her to come out to say, because all this while she has actually been quiet, but for her to come out and pinpoint a few people with these descriptions, it means they have probably attacked her, or he had actually sent them to speak to her or something, and they thought she didn't know about it. So she came out. This is actually more like a warning. It's like a warning. I'm not going to say who you are, but I know the number of blogs. I know the number of blogs that would be digging so deep right now.
Pastor Chris, naming names can land her in defamation.
She did it.
She has to be able to prove of those relationships. Can she prove the existence of the allegations she's making?
She didn't name anybody.
But she's starting to name.
There's so many short people.
If she names, legally, if she gives you maybe she's able to, maybe she has all those ones. If she gives enough identifying markers, Lola, let me back me up here. If she gives enough identifying factors that completely can remove the speculation and narrow it down to one person, she can still find herself in court. She can still find herself in court. Let's think about
it. That she's prepared. Circumstantial evidence is not like evidence that stares at you in the face, but it just
it's a compilation of things that point you in one direction and lead you to only one outcome.
But we are trying to protect her.
Me, I'm here for this.
Because I don't want her to get into more trouble.
More trouble.
For naming names that she doesn't have evidence to back.
We should give her.
Let me take some WhatsApp messages.
Yeah.
So someone says, Mo says Doris Ogala should pursue legal action and cease the media controversy. And that actually backs up a comment we saw from, that was one of the reactions to her post. Auntie Gloria, but I'm expecting, I believe, of course, this is Doris she's talking about, should move on and stop crying over spilled juice. This is just how far pastors can get involved in the same iniquity they are meant to preach against. Whether you mention their names or not doesn't change anything. Leave his exes alone and face your warrants, Biko. You did everything with him willingly without the help or aid of those you want to mention now. Just go and get another boyfriend to replace him. This time try to be wise. He put his full name. His name is Michael Uchenna from Ribadu Barracks in Kaduna. Michael, thank you so much for watching us from Kaduna. I know this case is going to go on and on, but I'm not for pulling people's secrets out of the closet.
Yeah.
There are call-outs that are good.
No,
this is pulling people's... As somebody said, one of these women she mentioned may be married, may have kids, and may have moved on.
Unprovoked is fine.
So please, leave people... Face the pastor you're facing. Face the pastor you're facing now.
He who is without sin cast the first stone.
Anyway, moving on, ladies.
It's not time to say moving on today.
Moving on.
Are we moving on or we're going for a break? We're going for a break.
Okay, let's go for a break.
Because this next one,
when we come back, we'll dive into the next one.
It is
it's
well.
for Lolo.
And we say it is well.
Welcome. If you're just joining us, of course you have missed quite some, but not to worry, you can just go to our YouTube page at News Central and just find us there. Type Jasiri, you will see all our past episodes, even the ones that you have missed. Don't forget our WhatsApp line is still very active. Have it saved on your phone so you can just speed dial us or speed text us when you need to. So moving on to our next topic, literally. I only have one word, and that was what Catherine already said before we left. It is well.
That's well
in the name of... In this video you're about to watch, a pastor, it seems there's something about pastors this year, apparently told his church members to go outside and break down the fence around the church as a symbol of tearing down every wall of Jericho in their lives so that they can become free from any spiritual barriers blocking their blessings. I know you don't believe me, but if you do not, please watch this video. Then we'll come back.
Something happened. Everywhere.
Wait, reactions. I'm trying to temper things here. This is what happens when you believe every problem is spiritual. You end up trapped under a religious leader, neglecting your mental health and losing your independence. Pathetic. Oh my God. This man of God will later tell them that God said they should rebuild the wall so that their lives will be better. You know what that means. They'll donate and contribute money. Target achieved. When faith replaces reasoning, people don't just lose fences, they lose discernment. My people perish for lack of knowledge wasn't a metaphor, it was a warning. Breaking fences won't fix broken thinking. Do they care to ask who will rebuild the wall? Isn't the pastor gaslighting them with religion for selfish purposes? For the records, the children of Israel only praised God and the walls of Jericho fell down flat. They weren't smashing the walls with nothing. They just simply praised God and heeded his instructions as told to them by their leader. The gullibility of Nigerians when it comes to religion should be criminally investigated. There was a song that Dashi was singing.
The walls of Jericho fell down flat. The walls of Jericho fell down. As the people of God were praising the Lord, the walls of Jericho fell down flat. The walls of Jericho fell down flat.
But when they say that religion is the opium of the people, it's as if they get high on. There is something called symbolism when it comes to religion. I understand it. If it is truly true, like using salt or sugar or honey to pray, it's just symbolism. This is symbolic, honestly. It can be. But sometimes you look at the incredulousness of the things that they tell people to do. Look at old women there. How about one of the bricks fall on those old women? While they are busy breaking the wall that the church probably wants to rebuild, and the pastor just tied it to allegedly wants to rebuild, because I can see that wall is behind like an open. Maybe the church wants to extend.
Allegedly expand.
Oh, Sunday morning, the Holy Ghost just came upon him. I hope it's the Holy Ghost, and he told them to go and break down the church wall. They are not even thinking of security. They are not thinking of the safety of the people. Do you know breaking down things can put debris in people's eyes? There are safeguards when you want to do something like this. But what can you say?
What about the fear of even a stampede? Why didn't they go ahead to break the wall that's securing the church? That's the one in front. Where
that one, the gate is allegedly okay. They need to expand the back.
The pastor didn't tell them to go there.
No, they are not breaking. That one will not break away their problem. It's the back wall that is already weak.
Don't break that wall, or don't break that wall.
That's not Jericho.
Yes. No, that's not Jericho. Is not there.
You know, for me, we're laughing, but this is really not a laughing matter. As somebody said, when you have a situation where faith replaces reasoning, I'm not saying they cannot operate and walk side by side. But we have too many people, and I said, I don't know what we were talking about, was it Monday or so? Too many people who give the reasoning factor, they give their decision-making factor and all that sense over to people in higher positions of authority, who typically end up being parents, religious leaders, or cultural leaders, and they don't question them. And so when you look at it, but he's just a microcosm of what goes on. There was one pastor who was alleged to be selling mantles. Anointed mantles at 7.5 million naira. 7.5 million naira.
Somebody said they were selling something.
Only 90 of them. So apparently only 90 of you can be anointed. The rest of you will miss out on heaven. Then we heard one pastor this morning said if you're 21 years of age or something like that, and you've never prayed for 6 hours straight or something, that your life is a way. Like, we just hear all manner of sorts coming from men on the pulpit and some women on the pulpit as well. But the Bible is open for all. And I continue to say salvation is individual. You're not getting to heaven based on the man of God or woman of God you follow and based on the name of your church. Salvation
they are not going to call
is your own belief and your own works.
It will be a long thing. It's going to be, I don't even see it happening like in a 360 fashion, because people, do you know what it takes to extract yourself from that kind of thinking?
A lot.
Churches now have become businesses. 4 of us can actually sit down and hire pastors and hire whatevers and run a church. It has become so, it's become so blatant.
So why do you have a people who so easily fall into it?
To look,
because we need to investigate, as somebody said, we need to investigate the gullibility of Nigerians.
Poverty is at the base. I can tell you, poverty is at the base. When you look
so we want to pray our way out of poverty.
No.
Because we live in unmerited favor and grace. Do you know how many churches sell unmerited favor and grace? And that's what so many Nigerians are looking for. Unmerited, and it happens. It's the Bible. You don't have to There are not requirements and qualifications. But we sold it as medicine and drug.
No, the kind of church you go to and the kind of congregants that you have there determines the kinds of things that they do there. Honestly, because if we want to do a feature on this, you will see that there are gone are those days when Pentecostal churches used to do night vigils, but now their churches are filled with professionals who have to go to work on a Monday. So you can never put a church program on a Monday morning. But if you see some churches, no, I said the kind of churches and the congregants, they do study. These pastors study their congregation. When you know market women are your target audience, mostly, I can't lie to you. We do a feature, you will see that women are very high when it comes to the indices of people that go to these places. Look at some of these people, you will look at where they are at.
She's raising her hand.
Where they are at is what determines. How many times have you seen people falling in churches? But in the early 90s, late 90s into the early 2000s, it was the norm. If you were not falling under the anointing, it felt as if, you were not
the demon in church,
by the Holy Ghost. And it's not true. It's just, you know how religious sensation, how you just feel a sensation, and you want to be a part of it.
What you're saying boils down to the fact that everyone's looking for hope. Especially at the different levels. It's hope. Something to hold on to. Something to hold on to. Something to make them feel as if it's going to get better. Exactly. I'm looking forward to something. My life is going to change because of something. So now, pastors and religious men of the cloth and women of the cloth zoom into that.
So we have so many... Go ahead, Jasiri.
I'm so sorry. Yes, hope. I agree with that because you talked about poverty. I don't agree that it's all about poverty because you have so many rich people going to church.
Who will hand over everything to pastor. Yes.
What are they looking for? They're looking for something. They're praying for something. And I think it's lack of patience that's making them, do all of these things. I'm speaking because I just want to share a little, right? I've gone to a church where they're literally forcing me to fall down.
Yes, they're pushing.
Yeah. They pushed me. I did not because,
of course.
I don't know.
They said that you did not fall under the anointing and you have a spirit in you. They told me I had a stubborn spirit when I refused to fall.
Do you get what I'm saying? Most times when I see them falling, I look and sometimes I laugh. God forgive me, if I'm not supposed to do that. But then, I've never experienced it.
Are you not wondering that why cameramen not falling? With their expensive cameras, they don't catch the spirit.
And then there was a point in my life where I really wanted to be close to God and I felt, like I needed to serve him. So, I joined a fellowship, not even a church. And I was, in the media and everything. But I ran away as soon as the pastor started saying that, because I was working in Abuja then. He started saying that, anytime I come to Kaduna, I do not need to go visit my mom, that I should come straight to his house and sleep. And I was like,
Let me take some WhatsApp messages.
Thank God for the sense that you have.
Some people, they are not zoomed in on you that you are not married. They will just make all the sermon about how are you not. I know how many churches have preached against Japa. All of them are Japa now.
Let me take some WhatsApp messages. This one is from Prince Oyedele Oyebi. He says, this is pretty diabolical and stigmatized ritual pastor. Psychologically, the worshippers have been demonically consumed with mystical addiction. Such ungodly church will soon be abandoned when their worshippers' eyes are opened. Then we have this one as well. So pathetic that anybody rises up to claim, I'm a pastor. And seriously, I think pastors should be checkmated. Churches now serve as business centers for some unfortunate beings. God help us. And we also have, somebody else here. Please stop calling. We do not take calls. So send your message and we will acknowledge it. Bright's watching from Oyigbo as well as Ayo from Ibadan. Thank you so much for being part of Jasiri. I want to take this last story.
Yes, go ahead.
I want to take this last story. Yeah, there's no break. Let's dig all of this out. There's no break.
Okay, so let's move straight into our next story, which features popular TikTok live streamer Habib Hamzat, a.k.a. Peller. He's back in the news just weeks after he trended over a live-streamed car crash that got him arrested. In the video now circulating online, Peller is seen berating and insulting a woman during one of his live streams at an eatery. According to him, the outburst was in response to an earlier encounter where the woman had accused him of being noisy and called him illiterate. Guys, let's watch the video.
I enter community, I enter police at the top. This say me I dey noisy. You go school, wait till you talk. No be 12 o'clock in the night. Stay for side of road. You do woman. Guys, first time in my life I see for real life alone. Better than this. So I come buy food my own. I put on say, which food do I get? This was say it was too never easy. You too. I think say na only movie and the wash am. Tell me like illiterate. You want shot of say I shoot. I need kill you.
So there's a video I think he also taken yesterday, maybe outside, I don't know where he was just explaining that he came in and she said, you're so noisy. It's like he was just demonstrating and whatnot. And then also said that that he's going to go to this school, that he must go to this school. Apparently, and
praise the Lord.
if what he said pushed him, no, it's a good
honestly,
thing.
Honestly, I've said that if this boy goes to school, it is to his own advantage. Tolu, I can't lie to you. I have seen firsthand what book knowledge can do. I know that book knowledge is not the only knowledge that you need, but going to a university, he has a way of just restructuring your head. That when you are conversing, you converse from a place of decorum.
Why did it affect him so much? This fella, I say body they bite on every small thing. His body is quick to bite. That's one. Number two. And so it means that he has been struggling. Probably he has heard it's not for the first time. Because there's how somebody says something to you. Is it me? Me?
And then sometimes it's who.
Do you understand? So you're looking at it and it's challenging you that you need to go back to school. But I'm also saying that maybe you don't really need to be in the within the four walls of an institution.
There's adult education.
If people, and I always tell them it's easy, get a private tutor.
There's money.
Get an organized schedule.
Yes.
Get people to get your stuff together. You will be busy. It's not about contenting. Contenting is not running away. But take time off and decide that you want to get tutored by a tutor.
So let me say this situation. This situation could almost have been me, because I don't understand how you are coming into a public place and you're live streaming. So he says he came in, he wanted to get something to eat, and he was live streaming.
That's
and
even
the
without
person that we have
permission.
all seen and been exposed to, he's not going to be doing it quietly.
Yes.
So it could have been me, because I have that tendency where I'm in a public place. If you're doing above, and I will look at you. First of all, I'll use my look to look at you. The second, I'll say, please, can you bring it down a bit? I'm not
you
shy.
can't put people in your videos without
That they don't even want.
I think they do that a lot. They just bully people.
Even the Eating man don't even want their public place videoed.
They probably would have liked it because it's him. But you need to think about the rest of the customers who keep your business in business when it's not him. Because there are some places you see signs, no live streaming, no video. Because you have to think about this. I'm so sorry. Then he basically almost shamed her. He called her no buruku. He was just insulting her. So even if, and you're laughing at her shoes, we don't know her own situation. We know some of your situation. Again, everything I know about this boy is against my will.
She was so mature. She was mostly quiet.
And also,
the lady didn't respond.
We don't know what she did say before.
Yes.
But even so, you're getting to a point where you need to rein yourself in.
I've actually encountered someone like that. She just came in. I was picking up something and she started screaming. I turned and I was like, who is this? But I ignored her, continued picking up whatever I wanted to. And the next thing she was like, there was a long queue. This lady comes to the front and she was like, please, I need to pay for this now. I have a meeting.
The video you showed me.
I have a meeting with the governor.
Oh my God! Who cares? She showed me the video.
Did you see the makeup on her face? It's like using lipstick
to eyeshadow.
Like she looked horrible. She looked scary. And then her mouth. Oh my goodness. But then she kept screaming and screaming. We're quiet. And people were like, Madam, why you're too loud. You need to calm down. She said, no.
Don't tell me to
join the queue. It was the manager that came and, gave her, back the way she was giving it. And she was like, no, I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. Calm down.
Well.
And then even the packs that she bought, it was just one thing she wanted. She bought, and then she was like, how much is this? And then they told her, she was like, take this one, keep this one, I'll just carry one. And like, give me my change. She was so loud. She was everywhere.
I don't think it's just Peller. Where you are inside the mall, you're inside an office. People on their phone. You're like, just as a society, we need to do better with decorum. Just as a society.
Why do you think that
you want that to somebody
at
like
a dinner table, your phone rings, you say, excuse me, I'd like to take this call.
I used to wonder why
hello. People, hello.
Do you know there are people that actually that speak on the phone, and you're wondering, you're like, can the person at the other end hear them? Because
the ones that put the other person on speaker.
Oh, no.
See, let's take some comments that have come in. I'm loving this WhatsApp. This WhatsApp situation. Aya from Bada says, I'm honestly concerned about Peller from recent events. It doesn't appear that the apology we received the last time reflected real accountability or change. Ladies, I believe many of us sensed that as well. Yes, we did. I think this goes beyond calling him out. He genuinely needs structured help and guidance. It may be time for us to come together, speak up responsibly, and push for proper intervention and rehabilitation for him. Then somebody going back to the Pastor Okafor story says, the problem between Ogala and Okafor should be a lesson to other guys to approach ladies with hidden motives or other than genuine intentions. When you approach matured ladies who supposed to be married or have married but had problem, you should be open about your intentions so that they can make up your mind. Basically, if you don't want to marry, let me know. Let me choose to continue to be involved with you without having expectations. Because there is a thing men do. They'll tell you they didn't ask you else. They tell you that they didn't tell you they were, but they know how their behavior leads women into conclusions. Women, you two stop being led into conclusions.
Start asking.
Start asking.
This one I don't want to be like
Start asking. Carry your kaya and go.
Hey. So men don't even like when you ask, what is this about?
What are we? I told someone that recently.
She told me recently. The guy asked her after confessing love.
How many weeks?
I'm going to out you. What did he say?
I'm sorry, you just met me in 1 week and you're already in love with me.
He said, how can I make you love me? I swear.
And his dashing is talking to him.
He does not know that this man is wicked. And I'm involved in this story. This child. You people should not be deceived.
Don't be deceived by the soft voice.
All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.